We're expecting an all-action slugfest. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Nice counter shot. He misses with that straight left. Those counter punches have to hurt. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And look in that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Halfway through the round and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. They both want the knockout. Just missed with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Misses with the straight left. That jab misses. Fight so far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
Swarmers, you can go back in boxing history. When you've seen them, when you've seen the best of the best swarmers going, you understand how hard it is. It looks exciting from the outside in. Can you imagine being right in there?
Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell to start round three. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Misses with that uppercut. punch, counter punch. The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The charts action from both of these fighters. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. There's a counter shot. Talk about Crawford in that last round. And there's the bell for round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The counter lands. It's all offense all the time. Tried to score with a jab. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They're both trying for a knockout. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of defense here at all. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Crawford in that. On to the 5th we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Through the straight left, but it won't score. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. A swing and a miss with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that. There's the bell for round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
And you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They exchange punches. Nice counter shot. Nice job blocking the hook. Got his gloves up to block the left jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Here comes round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Can't find a home with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this battle?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That counter punch caught him. Crawford's legs are all over the place. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Good counter punching. Let's talk about Crawford. And there's has the bell for round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter shot. One punch could change everything in this battle. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Well done with that counter shot. Counter punch. He misses with that straight left. The straight right just misses. Caught him. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it showed.